What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Wayne Dupree here. The non-texer. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, I'm right. The non-texer of the weekend. What's going on? Look at my people. My people look refreshed. Y'all look so refreshed and beautiful. What's up? What's up, Leah, Bella, Blue Eyes? What's up?
I've had my mute button on this whole time. I've been talking. Had my mute button on. Okay, I'm good now. Hey, make sure you're sharing the show. What's up, everybody? Hi, audience.
And the man, I mean, the brother, Reverend Pastor, Deacon, Doctor, with the new glasses, with the new shiny glasses. I noticed that.
Completely undocumented, that's for sure. Now I'm wearing contacts, but I just realized my contacts I haven't worn in a long time. I still can't read.
You still can't read? What's the point of contacts?
I know, right? Anyway.
You have bifocals. You have astigmatism, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at that. You see that hat right there? Do you know who else has this hat?
Donald Trump.
Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had this hat for, I'd say, 2.5 years. I don't like the red hat.
I know.
I have a black hat that is awesome. I mean, a black Make America Great, awesome. It has like the gold trim and everything. I just don't like the red hat. But this one is kind of cool because
yeah, I like that.
USA.
I like how it just says 45.
Yeah, and
very smooth.
It has the USA right here.
Like you could get away with that hat just about anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. That red hat is like a matador with a red blanket. I don't know, whatever the hell it's called in the bull. Yeah. And he starts shaking that red thing in front of the bull and they come charging.
You know what? You know what? It's almost like we're out eating. Yeah, how y'all doing and everything.
Isn't that the truth?
What
one of those Trump supporters.
Look at that.
Get the fireworks out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot some at them.
Over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Let's welcome our peoples. Facebook, RT, Periscope, YouTube. I think I spelled that wrong. Ralphkin. Yeah. Parler and Cloud Hub. Let me also say for all of you that are watching on Parler and Cloud Hub, you are what we call very important.
Very VIP.
Yeah, you are very important on Parler and Cloud Hub. But the reason why you are is because right now you're being attacked. You're being attacked by social media because they're angry because you have decided that you wanted to move over to places where your voice is not cut out. Basically Facebook and Twitter are throwing a fit, and they've got the mainstream media up there pushing that fit because you have decided that you are going to use another platform, and both platforms are growing. Parler at a little bit more of a faster rate, but both platforms are growing. I put our names down the bottom, so if you wanted to follow us, you can follow us on both of those. But yeah, both of
and what Fox News came out, or one of the news stations said that Parler was owned by some other country, and
George Soros.
That's right, George Soros, and all these terrible things were going to happen. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No implosion, no blow up, no. Yeah. Everybody's okay.
Yeah. Everybody's okay. We do have some trolls. We welcome the trolls.
Welcome, troll.
We welcome to all the trolls. Now we do have a specific island that we can send you to when you get crazy. We hope that you don't.
Yeah.
The First Amendment is fine, right?
That's fine, but if you want to act up and start swearing or start cutting on somebody personally, you go to the island of misfit trolls.
Yeah. Stefan Allen says we're brought to you by Russian state media. No, actually, we're brought to you by the Wayne Dupree Show.
Right.
We're just distributed.
Right. Right. We don't have talking
syndicated.
Nobody. Right. Nobody tells us what to say.
No. Nobody tells us what to say. We can say whatever we want to say and how we want to say it, and that's the way it is. And if you got a problem with it, you can look. You can always show up here.
You know, and the craziest thing is, RT has been more fair and more real
than our media,
than anything in America.
Yeah.
I just come on,
and look, we haven't bought into trying to push anything RT is doing or anything like that. But look, they liked our freedomness, I guess. They liked our freedom, and not once have they told us what we can say and what we can't.
Nope.
Except
and
for
that's refreshing.
Except for there is one thing that they will not tolerate from us, and that's fake news.
Fake news. Yep. Somebody in the chat just said, "I'm glad I found the show, the news straight." I have trouble pronouncing names. Maybe Sham or Michelle. Is that how you say it? But she said she likes the news straight, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Bill said nobody ever tells Leah what to say. Yeah, that's probably true.
That's a damn truth, boy.
Is that Bill? Is that Bill Moran?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody tells Leah what to say. I mean,
Bill knows. He's been with us for a long time.
Bill knows.
He's the one that called in the other night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, listen. Over the weekend, we saw some beautiful things going on. We saw some crazy things going on, and we wanted to talk about it and how things are moving along. That is what
look at that site
happening on the mall.
God bless
over
America.
the weekend. And what y'all need to really understand is that y'all can say, look, the media, mainstream media, y'all done whatever y'all had to do over the past. Y'all can't tell all of these people who that the election went the way it did and expect them just to live with it. You can't do it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, whether the whole burden of proof is that we got to prove voter fraud. That's understandable. With just basic intuition and common sense, something stinks and should be looked at.
Right.
That's what they're saying there on the mall. Something stinks, and we want y'all to look at it. Well, that's happening, and the Democrats don't like that. Don't like the fact that, oh, you're calling us out because we boarded up windows and nobody, a violation of 14th Amendment, nobody could see it. We kicked you all out so nobody could see the count. Trucks just showed up at 11 o'clock at night with boxes and boxes of votes, and nobody can see that. If it's true that all that's for Biden, it's all on the up and up, then be cool. Yeah. Show me that's on the up and up, and that's all we want to know.
Yeah.
When I saw the picture of the mall, I didn't even look at it as Trump supporters. I just looked at it as America, which are Trump supporters. But if you watch mainstream and they tell you, oh, America's terrible and there's always a better place and our system isn't working, they can say all that they want. But take a look at this picture. This is America. Look how we come together. And this is a perfect example of why I'm proud to be represented as a Trump supporter. That right there.
Right. For the first time in 244 years, we elected a president that has never worked for the government, never been an elected official in any capacity, not a 4-star general, not a 3-star general, no military personnel, just a businessman. Literally one of us.
Wow.
To get it straight, because I'm 47 this year, and I'm going to go 47 again next year because I missed out. But no. But when we look back through the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, and everybody in America hates these politicians that are liars, cheats, and thieves. Yep. That's why Donald Trump was elected.
That's the thing. I mean, I tweeted out earlier. Well, I did a story earlier on WayneDupree.com. If y'all go to WayneDupree.com, is CBS brought Barack Obama on last night to do a special. And you can try to rewrite history or the narrative, but the main truth is people ran to Donald Trump after Barack Obama. They ran to Donald Trump. They say, please, we're tired of these politicians. We're tired of the establishment. We're tired of these people lying to us. We want somebody in there that's going to represent us. And that's basically what President Trump said on Inauguration Day. These are the people that have been screwing y'all up. And look.
And they're doing it now. They're still doing
it. These people right here. Him, her, him, her.
That one over there.
I don't even know what party they're in. And I'm going to point out to you which ones are screwing y'all. I don't even know what the party is.
Yep. He said them. Those people.
And when Trump came in, that hurt Obama's ego to the point where he wanted revenge. And that obviously he spied on Trump and that didn't work out. But when you hurt Obama's ego, he doesn't like that. And really, I don't hear anybody else that's ever called out Obama the way that Trump has. And it's like, that was actually one of the main reasons I voted, was because he was speaking almost like as if it was my words about Obama. What I always wanted to say to Obama and knew I never could, Trump did for me. And I had peace with that because that needed to be said. And he's got too big of an ego.
And when you go back and you look at y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm talking about the Republican, GOP, RNC. Y'all gave us H. Bush, Herbert. You gave us Herbert because, Reagan wanted to unite the party, not realizing how deep of a nasty swamp that y'all are. And then you gave us his son, who perpetuated the wars and gave the money and gave more money, reached across the aisle, and we just didn't sit right. And then you gave us John McCain. That didn't sit right. You try to trick us with Sarah Palin and made go viral that bikini video of hers, or a picture of hers in a bathing suit, the American bathing suit with the M16 or whatever it was. Y'all tried to trick us on that one. And then
Obama,
you gave us Mittens. That, I think, Mittens and Rhino Republic, that I think hurt me the worst.
And then you retributed it with Trump. But look at this. Obama graciously handed over in a smooth transition of power. Joyce.
Who wrote that?
Joyce.
Her name's Joyce Ann. Joyce. No. They spied on a sitting president.
They have not
persecuted
accepted
Michael
2016
Flynn as a lie.
Right.
Come on. That was not peaceful. The problem is it was behind the scenes. So you thought it was peaceful, but really it was all just theatrics. It was smoke and mirrors. But behind the scenes, it was the most chaotic transfer of power you would have ever witnessed in your life, because a sitting president was spied on and harassed for a Russian hoax that was never proven, and it never went anywhere. And that is the direct definition of the opposite of peaceful.
They tricked Republican elected officials. They actually believed that Trump really did collude. Republicans up on Capitol Hill believed Trump colluded and pulled back, and now we have a completely ripped apart system. Thank you, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. Thank you.
Joyce.
And I don't want to hear that the military. I don't want to hear that the military is now at risk with this type of power of transition of power, because that's not how it goes. Anybody who's worried about our military, it was almost completely depleted when Obama was in. He made them get down and beg on their knees. Oh, yeah. Our stockpile was almost gone. So I don't want to hear about the smooth transition of power. You have Obama apologize for spying on our president, then we'll talk smooth transition of power. Other than that, I don't want to hear about it.
Did a world apology tour.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Trump supporters over the weekend basically said, we're not accepting Biden as our president. That's basically what they're saying. Yeah. We're not accepting him no matter what y'all do. And they are full tilt, man. They're going full tilt with transition team, and they're supposed to be having some meeting today about jobs and stuff and all stuff. They are really pushing it, y'all. They really pushing it, and they're making it to the point of no return. Well, actually, they're already to the point of no return. In the way, and who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Democrats and the media. They're to the point of no return because they're pushing this farce over the line. So even if the Supreme Court comes back and says, you know what, there is something wrong, we see something wrong, y'all have to do this thing all over again, then the whole nation is gonna basically burn. And I know some people out there that are using that. We've been saying that on this show for like a few weeks. So if you see somebody, well, whatever. I ain't gonna.
They're out there watching our show, man. It's all
I know
good.
they are. I know they are. We love you. We love you. Just give us some credit sometime, because we are ahead of a whole lot of people and things that we say. We're ahead of it, and it's not popular. So when it happens, and then the people say it, then they get all the credit for it. But we'd already.
We're the ones who said it first.
We'd already said it before. But I mean, I couldn't get out there, but I was happy to watch. Now I know it went crazy.
Yeah,
I know it went crazy, and we're not highlighting any of that craziness. And the reason why is because when that craziness gets highlighted, then it takes away from what the event was, and the event for damn near 3/4 of the day was showing America we're not going to stand for y'all to steal the election. And if you do steal the election, we're not going to stand for a decrepit old crypt keeper along with his
I don't know what kind of words you want to use for that.
Here's your words there. There's so many.
It's just
There's a whole dictionary.
Yeah, she's going to suck the life. Well, they said this is a battle for the soul of America. She's going to suck the soul out of you. She's going to take it. She's going to take it.
She's a succubus.
Hey, let me just address real quick for those that got violent on the right, for you, MAGA, Trump supporters. The left desperately wants you. They're violent already. And their violence is trying to trigger you to get violent. Because then you can match it. So the bully wins. And then you get involved and you get head to head. And they own you when you get violent like that. You got to be non-violent. You cannot. Violence in this sense right now, in the day and age we live in, will not win this country.
Well, the problem is no one has anything else to do because we're shut down.
Ohio's getting it again. I got yelled at the convenience store.
Why?
Because he handed a blue thing up in the air. He said, "Yeah, put this on. Put this on." I said, "No. I cannot do. You not make fun of me, America. You go. You bye. Go."
Oh my.
They got mad at me.
Isn't that interesting?
They got mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Republican Governor Mike DeWine. Mike DeWine.
Catherine says violence is not the way.
Amen.
Violence is never the way. On both sides. On both sides. Because I was thinking about this, and let me ask y'all. It's almost like Antifa has taken over DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah, and Antifa scares me the worst because they're not really, they don't care who's in office. They're just going to keep going until they can slowly spoon feed their agenda to everybody. And honestly, I feel like Antifa is the media is Antifa. And when I say that, it's Antifa kind of goes with the lead the media says, and the media assumes that Antifa should be out tonight. Antifa might be coming out tonight. Then does that encourage Antifa to come out?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I think, you really have to learn a big lesson here if you're mainstream media on how much exposure you're giving to Antifa, because you're just making them more powerful. The less we know about Antifa, and what I mean by that is the less we pay attention to them, the more they'll go away. They will.
Right. And that's why I said, I mean, and what Brian said was, what Brian said needed to be said. But that's why I was like, I'm not going to make this a program to show you all like we've done in the past. I've showed what was happening in Portland, and I showed that for a reason, to show what they were doing to U.S. officials and stuff. But now when it comes to this stuff about what they're doing in DC and stuff, I'm like, whatever, man. I'm not gonna highlight it because they want to be highlighted. It builds their ranks. Now I know it builds the ranks for the Proud Boys too, because the Proud Boys look like they're becoming their own little army.
You guys gotta be careful out there. Not engaging in the violence is really what we need to do. Right. To not engage, to not be a part of them, to not be like them.
Right.
You got to walk away from that. You really, really, truly do.
Go ahead.
Well, I looked at it this way. I was proud to see America out there peacefully with their flag, showing how proud they were of America. That's great. But I really can't handle one more protest. I'm just so over. I just think people need to look. We get it. You're angry. You're happy. You're sad. All right. Let's just take a step back. Can we just take a step back and let's just do no protests and no marches for the next 3 months and let everybody just figure it out? Because it's I don't know. It's getting on my nerves. I'm sorry.
And you brought up Obama this weekend. Let's dial this thing back a little bit. You remember the march on Wall Street, or what was it? Sit-in on Wall Street?
Yeah.
All those people, homeless people, and it was rapes and drugs and violence while they were sitting in on Wall Street. That then morphed into Black Lives Matter. That then morphed into this Antifa thing. This is all the appeasement, as Barack Obama appeased and invited these people and gave them strength and gave them attention and gave them energy, and the media did too as well. And now they've got something out of control.
Having 100,000 people scream into a microphone, Black Lives Matter, at racist police is not going to change their mind. They're not going to go, oh, yep, you're right. You know what? You wrote it on a sign. You screamed it into a microphone. Yeah, I'm going to change my mind. Just like it's not going to change anybody's mind if you say stop the steal. It doesn't change the left's mind. It's not working like it used to back in the 60s and 70s. Protests just don't have that same effect. Right. I'll tell you, though, what does work. It's getting a group of people, doing research, and then bringing up facts, and then publishing those facts, like what Project Veritas does, and publishing those facts before the guilty party can get to you. If you can be one step ahead and have a group of people that's factual to publish those and show the country, that's more powerful than any march can get you.
Antifa has their shortcomings. Antifa has a lot of shortcomings, especially using Black Lives Matter as they have. And I know there's some black trolls. I mean, I know there's some trolls in our show right now in the comment section, and they are talking against Trump supporters. But you need to look at what Antifa is doing in the name of black people, because
it's terrible.
Not only are they using Black Lives Matter, they are almost attacking black people. If you see them on video, they're almost attacking black people with the Black Lives Matter, holding up Black Lives Matter signs, because Black Americans like, you're not going to do this. Even though we might not agree with Black Lives, what the organization stands for, Black Americans are saying, you're not going to use us for what you are trying to do. And Antifa is threatening Black Americans. So maybe y'all need to research that instead of coming in here and talking about President Trump. Because, I mean, look, your next 4 years, y'all got behind the wrong guy. Y'all got behind Biden, and that's something that y'all are gonna have to work out on your own. But you better worry about what Antifa is doing in your name.
White people screaming at black cops, telling them they are racist. We're truly living in an upside down world, and you guys are on the wrong side. You're upside down, and you're upset in the end. And here's how I can prove that you're upside down. You're upside down because you're upset, you're angry, you're vocally violent. Your marches are violent marches of anger and frustration, and it's because of what your party has done to you. Not Donald Trump. It's your party.
Linda says, not almost. I've seen them attack peaceful black Trump supporters. They aren't attacking just black Trump supporters. They're attacking black Americans. There are black Americans that aren't even Trump supporters, and they will roll up on Antifa and like, you're not coming in this neighborhood.
He's like, I got a Black Lives Matter sign. Look, there's a black-owned business. I'm black. They don't care. They're coming at you.
Yeah.
It's just they coined a phrase, they gave it an abbreviation, and now they're going to run with it to try to use it to fit their narrative, which actually has nothing to do with Black lives.
Right.
And we predicted here on the show that we had a lot of trolls tell us, no, you're wrong. But defund the police, that was the worst campaign movement that the Democrat Party could have ever grasped and held on to. That lost them seats in the House, that lost them seats in the Senate. And that's lost a lot of credit for Nancy Pelosi. And I'll tell you, AOC is starting to get a little panicky too. She won't show it as much, but you can tell when she gets a little bit more verbal and starts talking more on Twitter, she's getting a little panicky because they've even yelled at her. So we here on the show said it first. Defund the police, not a good look for you Democrats. And all the trolls, oh no, we're right. You guys are stupid. How can you even say that? You need to pick up a history book. Well, now we see after what has happened these last few weeks, defund the police was literally the worst thing to come out of the Democrat Party this year, and they know it.
Question on Periscope. What, if they won, Brian, why are they so angry? I'll tell you why they're so angry. Frustration, anxiety, and anger. The more that you have, it is a barometer of how far separated you are from your creator. How far separated you are from God. The more separated you are from him, the further away you run from him, the more you feel that angst, the more you feel that separation, the frustration, the anger, the hate, the resentment, all that starts to build up in you. And you don't understand why, because you're looking for a new high. And every new high is a new low. You're looking for love in all the wrong places, and you're finding no satisfaction.
And to piggyback,
to
piggyback off of what you're saying, the liberal mindset is America sucks. There's another better place out there somewhere. There's a better system doing it somewhere else. There's no basis for happiness. There's no basis for thankfulness. So when you get in that mindset, you're always searching for something that will make you happy.
Right.
And that's why you see them creating chads, because then they feel whole for a moment. That's why you see them creating these catchphrases, and then they feel whole, like they matter. They matter for a moment.
And then Chaz blows up.
Right. So
and now you don't have your happiness anymore.
Right. So then you go back to this liberal mindset of America sucks. Everybody's racist. All the best places in the world are somewhere else. You're back to that again. And then you feel like you don't matter because you're not doing anything to change it. So then you try to do something to get you attention. And this is what happens. This is the liberal mindset. It's a dangerous revolving door.
Every new high is a new low.
We have a video of an attendee to this weekend's MAGA march from a Trump supporter.
Cars, only 6 detail cars, which is unusual for a president. Let everybody come through the motorcade and stuff like that. Stop, and smoke. Let people take pictures and everything, and went on back to the White House. So that's the first time a president will ever. You'll never see a president that will ever let you come close to a motorcade but Trump. Trump is the first president that lets people come to close to a motorcade. And he said he likes your shoes. Yeah, and he said he loves my shoes.
That's too cool. I mean, seriously. That's how Trump rolls, though. I mean, you interviewed him, 7 times?
5.
I mean, Trump is just that guy.
Yeah, he is. And you there still, Brian?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Fantastic.
So Mary says, hey, Blonde, you're full of it. Liberals love America. If they do, Mary, then why are they ruining the country by rioting? I can't believe that. You have to sell me on that. You have to show me where they love America, because I won't believe that. And I'm just being fair. This has nothing to do with Trump. Liberals love America so much, then why are they ruining it to the point where they're burning down cities?
Well, you know what? Hold on. There are some Democrats that really do love this country.
I agree with you.
She said liberals, though.
I said liberal, yeah.
Right.
The policies that are against the policies at AOC, the policies that Joe Biden will eventually lean to, the policies that Kamala Harris is agreeing to with AOC in 3, those policies are anti-American. They go against the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom to bear arms, freedom to right to search and seizure, freedom to be able to shut the hell up. Fifth Amendment.
I want to share with you something before we change the subject about liberals. I have the most liberal friend you could ever meet. I would have had no idea that he was a Joe Biden supporter. I would have never thought that in a million years. I've been his friend for 20 years. He moved down south to Georgia, and it shocked me when I found out. And he's constantly putting stuff on Facebook that really tries to trigger the right. Okay. But I want to just share something with you. Today, I spoke to him to get his idea, to get an opinion. I just want to see where he was at right now with all of this. It was a very mature conversation, and we ended it with this. Okay, this is what I wrote. I said, well, keep in touch. I like hearing your opinions and views on things. That way I can hear from both sides. It's always good to get both viewpoints. I appreciate you. Glad to have you as a friend. And he wrote back, yes, absolutely. I like keeping up with friends who have different opinions than me, and we can still have more in common than differences. So that right there tells you a conservative, I have the most liberal friend, and just by bringing him in and saying, hey, let me hear your ideas and your opinions and thoughts, but I want you to hear mine too, we were able to meet in the middle on a conversation today. And I think that's a big step.
Well, I mean, you know what, too? And I mean, I have conversations with liberals. I have conversations with the other side. I don't have a hard time having a conversation. I have a hard time making them or having them understand what I'm talking about, but that doesn't hurt the conversation to the point, because they can't force me to believe what they believe either. It's just a conversation. We disagree, we laugh about crazy stuff, and then we go our way. Now, if they want to learn something more about what I was talking about, then they'll come back later on. But I don't count it a win or a loss in just holding the conversation.
Well,
a win or a loss when you get into an argument and tempers flare and everything like that. And when you see both sides in Washington, D.C. on a Saturday night fighting, it's going.
I find talking to these liberals like nailing Jello to the wall. They're always shifty. They're always moving. They're never listening.
I guess the reason why I read that was because I also have other liberal friends too. And I've noticed one plain thing that stands out with all of my friends that are liberals. They always tell me why they're not voting for Trump, but they never bring up Joe. And I find that really interesting. And one of my biggest liberal friends always says, well, he'll blame Trump for a bad economy, and then I'll ask for proof. They never can actually give me hardcore evidence. So that's the two biggest things that I get frustrated with when having conversations with them, because they can't back up what they're saying. And to me, they're just repeating what the media tells them to say. But like Wayne said, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, give me one reason, one thing that Joe Biden has done in 47 years that warrants him to be president of the United States of America.
Nothing.
Just one. And don't tell me now, because I saw it. I was in a lady's house today, and I think it was like Time Magazine or one of the magazines, People Magazine or something, and it had a picture of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and it said, finally, uniting America.
No. And that's
that's the propaganda.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the all savior that everybody wants him to be. In fact, you understand his party's in a civil war right now. internal civil war.
Yeah,
The Democrat Party is in an internal civil war. And I'll tell you what, you think this election was interesting to watch? Wait until next year when you start to really see it come to light, because they are in a civil war that is going to be real interesting to watch.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that because actually, I thought that I made a graphic about it, but I didn't. Nancy
I like your graphic.
Pelosi and Steny Hoyer are telling Joe Biden, please don't take nobody from the House.
Yeah.
Please don't take nobody because of the slim majority that they have right now.
Yeah.
Like, please don't poach nobody from the House. And I can already see Ilhan Omar and AOC and
Rashida Tlaib.
I can already see them poaching them for something. I don't know what.
Yeah, well, think about it though. You're a congressperson. You run every 2 years, so you're literally always campaigning almost. Okay, you just finished a campaign. You got maybe about 6 to 9 months, so you got to get ready to campaign again. Well, now you see the president of the United States. He's got a 4-year term. If he's a Democrat, possibly 8. You're getting called up to the big show. This is like the Super Bowl. Why would you not go?
No.
I mean, you could piggyback that off the Senate House. You know, go from there, go from there and be paid by CNN.
That's probably why she's begging for them not to take any, because she knows that it is an offer that a lot of them can't refuse. You know, they're power hungry. So if any Democrat knows they can get a little bit more power, they could jump in on it.
I hope, man. I hope they do. I hope they do take some. Because and then maybe some Democrats and maybe some Republicans will fill those seats. I don't know. Like we said, there was violence. I won't show any, but there was violence over the weekend. Antifa BLM clash with the Proud Boys and some Trump supporters. Look, I know y'all were doing your thing. I know, believe me. I know y'all were doing y'all's thing. But if y'all aren't, don't get me wrong. If y'all aren't ready for battle at night, I mean, for some reason, it seemed like y'all haven't been watching what has been going on in DC at night.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's been going down for what, a year?
I thought that too, but I never actually said it out loud until you just said that, Wayne.
Yeah, it's like,
you're right.
It's like y'all. I mean, look, Scott Preston was like, this is not a situation where we are here to fight. This is a movement of love. You know, you can do that in the daytime.
You're right. Love ain't at night.
You can do that in the daytime.
And FYI, I wouldn't be in DC at night even during its happiest time in the 90s. I'm sorry, but I was always told DC's dangerous. When it gets dark out, make sure you stay anywhere near the White House. It's dangerous around there. There's a section that I know my friend who runs electricity. They don't even allow him in that section. I can't remember what they're called, but they have a gang. And they won't even let him in there to run the electricity. It's dangerous in DC. Think about it now.
Yeah, we went to the Bull Moose party right after Trump's election, and it was kind of an odd time. There wasn't really any protesting there, but so we went there, met up with all the guys and stuff, and we parked in a parking lot, you know, but we were looking. We had our head on a swivel. We were looking around. We didn't know what was going on. You could feel it at night in the air. There was unsettlement. Fast forward to 3.5 years later, you won't catch me in DC. There's no reason to be, especially not at night. No way.
Nope.
You know what? And to finish what I was going. If you aren't dressed for the occasion, then maybe I need to leave a whole lot earlier, because you really as conservatives, we don't run for big government intervention. Or at least that's what I was told a long time ago. We don't want government in our business. We don't want government. But I saw so many people run into, ain't y'all gonna do something about this? Ain't y'all gonna do something? Ain't y'all gonna protect it? I wish that y'all would turn around and slap the shit out of some of these people. I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. But maybe if y'all did that, then you wouldn't be crying on social media. Ain't y'all gonna help? Ain't y'all? Where's the police? The police were there.
They led you right into a crowd of Antifa.
The police do not have to stop.
Terry Sims in the chat room is going off, dude, saying they've never been to DC at night. Downtown is the safest place on earth in DC. This is fake news. They've never been to DC at night.
I've been to DC multiple times. I 4 times.
I literally live 2 hours from DC. I've been there a million times, and all I hear are police sirens and people drunk on the road getting arrested. It's crazy.
How about the homeless encampment right down? I mean, like a block from the White House. That little area.
Whatever, man.
Terry Sims is stuck in 1987.
Yeah, with his rose-colored glasses on.
When they filmed a whole lot of Hollywood stuff down there.
Terry, pull me up some numbers on murder rates in DC, and then I'll believe you. He says
it's not like that now. It's not that, dude. They're down there. They have. I'm sure the White House still has those walls up there now. For the last few months, they had gated walls up there, and a couple months before that, Antifa was hurting Secret Service agents at night. So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know, but my message to all the Trump supporters: if you are going to be there at night,
be prepared. Yeah,
dress like Antifa so that they don't knock you around. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I know there was one guy that infiltrated Chaz, and he dressed like him and acted like him.
Yeah,
and he was actually a conservative, and he said I would have been killed if they would have found out.
Oh yeah,
but, you know, I just kind of went. And it's like I can't believe this is even happening in America right now.
Walk around with a motorcycle.
You live 2 hours away. How would you hear noise from a city 2 hours away? See, it's comments like that. It means that it's easy accessible, which means I can drive there on a daily basis and come home within 2 hours. And by me saying I live close to it means that I've been there more times than the average person because I live closer to it. So therefore, it's more easier accessible.
Well, you're what?
With your head.
30, 40 minutes away, Wayne?
I live about maybe 45 minutes away, but we also, I mean, if you watch Andy Indigo or whatever his name is, and this other guy, every night,
Andy, no,
yeah, they're putting up videos about what's happening in DC every night.
Yeah,
every night. Just go to their timeline. They're showing you the marches. They're showing you the not so. I mean, it's really not attacks on the White House, but they're throwing stuff at the White House and so yeah. I mean, come on, man. Brandon says a lot of trolls today. You're getting famous. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, no.
More trolls, the better you're doing at your job.
Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Let me get that up here. Georgians, I really stress that y'all tell your friends about this because I heard Steve Harvey telling everybody about it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm telling you about it too. You have until December 7th to register to vote in the Senate runoff and other key dates. Okay. And to learn of other key dates that you need. But you have until December 7th to register to vote in the Senate runoff. If you don't
December 7th, Wayne?
December 7th. If you don't register to run or to vote, then you won't be able to vote in the Senate runoff. We're telling all Republicans, all conservatives, all individuals that do not vote Democrat, you have until December 7th.
And okay, so you have till December 7th. Tweet that out. Make sure you're telling your other conservative Republican friends to remind them if you're in Georgia. And also, if you want to call Purdue or Kelly's office and ask them what you can do for them, they'll let you know. They'll sign you up. You can do call banks. You can do door knocks. You can help out mail flyers, things like that. There's ways that you can help out. I know the Democrats are doing something called Postcards for Democrats, and people from around the country are writing Democrats postcards and telling them who to vote for in that Senate race. But I'll tell you, this Senate race, in my eyes, is more important than anything right now. Because
we lose the Senate or we tie the Senate, and it's just going to be a horrid mess for us all because they still have the House. Maybe not enough votes to keep Nancy as Speaker of the House, but they still have the House.
Here's the thing that I want everybody to understand. Our stock market, our monies will be better and more, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. I guess I'm trying to explain it in a way that people can understand. If the Senate becomes more balanced, it will help your 401ks. It'll help the stock market. It will help the economy. You will see the stock market go down big time if they know the Senate is unbalanced. A balanced Senate is balanced money in your bank account. I guess that's the best way that I can say it.
Well, I mean, I just refied the house at a new low 3%. That ain't gonna last forever. You know,
Stable's a good word, Joe. Yes.
Right. It'd be unstable. The market be unstable, and then all of a sudden, interest rates are starting to hike. They're starting to go up. People are refining at a new low 9%. What? Yeah. It happened during Carter's reign.
And remember, when they first announced, when the mainstream media first announced that Joe won, you didn't see the stock market crash or go really low because it looked as though the Senate was going to stay balanced. A balanced Senate keeps a balanced bank account, which is good.
President Trump on Sunday was tweeting out some information, and the way that he worded it created a serious logjam at a whole lot of these networks. They claimed that he was conceding that Biden won. No, he wasn't. He didn't concede that Biden won. He was trying to make a point about rigged elections. When I saw that trending on Twitter, I was like, get out of here. He didn't concede nothing, man. Look, if there's one thing the media has been behind, they've been behind Trump and the Trump administration for the whole 3.5 years. They don't have anybody in there. So they can create all types of narratives that they want to. Fake news. That's why it's fake news. But they don't have anybody in there to really tell them what's really going on. So they are always doing stories on the seat of their pants, trying to make something out of nothing. That's probably why they have news divisions just watching his tweets. Minute on a minute.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they pay people just to do that. I was actually happy he tweeted this out because even a kindergartner could understand how the media spun it and twisted it to their level, to what they wanted it to read. And I thought it was the perfect way to actually show both sides with a non-complicated tweet. It wasn't a complicated tweet. It was just a quick one. And how the media spun it was insane. He wasn't saying that Joe won. He was saying Joe won because of this issue. Yep. But it wasn't technically a win. But the way they spun it, this is a perfect textbook example of how the media is changing the narrative and how they do it.
It's going to be so sad when Trump's not president anymore. These people don't get triggered anymore, and they don't get the attention anymore. And nobody's paying attention to CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, and now Fox News. Now, y'all ran rickshaw over the weekend. Oh, my goodness, how they were angry and talking over Trump campaign advisor. And
Leland was disappointing to see.
Up people left and right that were there on to be interviewed. And every time they said or explained or they said what they were doing in regards to the law and legalities and what they're allowed to do and what they are doing legally, they're getting shut down by these talking heads on Fox News.
Ain't
no good.
Think about it. Trump, that Fox News is angry because they're taking a whole lot of water on their boat that's sinking. And it's not really sinking. We talked about it, and I'm not gonna go back on it. Fox News is still gonna be number one.
It's a temporary situation. It's just temporary.
Yeah, this is like a snapshot. People mad at Fox, but then sooner or later, Fox is gonna do something or do a couple of things that's gonna be back in the good graces of
They're gonna try and woo you.
Yeah, they're gonna get half their audience back. Oh, and by the way, Newsmax sent me another email about how good they're doing. I told y'all stop sending me stuff and tell y'all at least put our show on your network or put some more diversified shows on your network.
They do need diversified, and they need something for their nighttime show, like a Friday night show.
Yeah,
they need something else, almost like a I don't know. we'd be good for there.
Wow, is it that, is it that bad? Really?
Yeah, it is. But they sent me the email, so I canceled. So I said, unsubscribe from the email. Then it comes in another email from somebody else. I said, didn't I just tell y'all? I don't know. No, I don't want. I'm not watching Newsmax until Newsmax start responding to some of these requests. You know, y'all got all those and I really don't know why y'all are going over Newsmax. That's some of the driest people I've ever seen.
Maybe that's why they're not calling you back, Wayne. You might want to watch out.
You're not dry enough.
Yeah, you're not getting any honeybees with that honey over there that you're trying to sell. You might have figured it out.
Some of the driest bones I've ever seen in the desert, man.
So can I just read to you a quote that Hillary Clinton put out today?
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
It's supposed. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let me get ready. Hold on, let me get ready.
All right, everybody turn up your volumes. Get ready for this.
Let me get ready.
Okay. And this is this isn't fake news. She straight up tweeted this out. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it. The hard is what makes it great.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
The hard makes
the hard. Yeah, she was quoting A League of Their Own, but coming from somebody who was, I mean,
League of Their Own was nasty and sexual.
I mean, I don't know.
It was all about sex in that movie.
I agree. She's just so goofy.
I didn't even think Hillary swung that way anyway.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no. You guys got all wrong.
She is one.
There ain't no left. There ain't no right for her. There's just whatever is in the moment in front of me right now.
Okay, all right.
Well, like you said, the heart is what makes it great.
You suck the soul out of you.
What is up with you and that succubus, man?
I'm telling you,
I
call it like I see it.
There's
a lot of them out there.
I know he does.
They're taking the souls of good men.
You need to watch.
What is she referring as hard? I don't know. That's a good question.
The fight, the
congratulations to the new Marlins GM. I guess a woman getting promoted.
Uma Abedin.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get over that too. Women are going to get promoted now. Okay, so like, do we have to celebrate every time a woman gets promoted? Do we?
Women are being.
I'm over that too.
Yeah.
Women
I don't really care.
Promoted for years.
Condoleezza Rice, anyone?
Women have kicked men's tail in domestic abuse cases for a long time. You know, all these, the Democrats are acting like that the women don't have no rights. Y'all have.
Women CEOs, business owners.
Yeah, I'm a woman.
Y'all got too many rights.
I knew that was going to come up. Oh, I know how Brian feels about it. You're playing.
Y'all suppressing me. You keeping me down. The women's is got to come on, get off me.
No, but to be honest with you, I'm a woman, and I'm just like, hey, now that we're in all this, all these women are being promoted, I'm just over it. Like, let's talk about something else, you know, not us, but I'm just saying, in the world, why do we have to celebrate every time a woman gets a promotion? I'm over that. Oh, look at this woman. She might be getting a demotion.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate that.
I hear that they're looking at impeaching her for what she's trying to do with the COVID situation again. I also heard that she's not taking a role within the Biden administration if she was offered one. And I'll tell you why. I mean, I'm not part of her administration in Michigan, but I'll tell you why. Because she has too much power as a governor. Yeah. And she doesn't want to give that up.
No. The Republicans were talking about signing a document back in June or July, exploring impeachment. So they've been exploring this idea for a long time.
Which one?
Impeaching this Democrat governor.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, she will be the better for it. There is one thing I did want to hit before we left today. Trump attorney, we're getting ready to overturn election results in several states. One thing about Sidney Powell, if it ain't true, she ain't gonna say it.
That's true. She doesn't play games, Wayne.
Okay. If she doesn't say something that she doesn't believe in, so keep your eyes on Sydney. I mean, she is saying some things on Fox News and stuff like that. And she's one person that they aren't shutting up while she's talking. When she's talking, there's complete silence until she finishes her statement. I don't know where it's going, but hope to God that something is there. I really do. I hope to God something is there because, Leah, something happened in Pennsylvania that I'm worried about, and maybe you could tell me about it if you know it or not. It just came down that the Trump attorneys have dropped this portion of the lawsuit.
Yeah, because they don't need it. They have other better. This was little fish to fry. They've got bigger fish to fry now. Yeah, from what I'm. Yeah, so from what I'm hearing from Sidney Powell, she didn't even mention this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She has something else going on. So what we're hearing is what they want us to hear, and what Sidney and the rest of his lawyers are working on. They're keeping it very private. Remember, Sidney said, "We're keeping this in until we get, to the courts." Rudy Giuliani said, "Hey, there's a lot of this stuff that's private. What is actually going on behind the scenes? We have no clue." These little itsy bitsy lawsuits, I think, are just to kill time until they can get what they want to get. And then this also gives the media something to talk about, and it keeps his journey to the White House relevant. Without this, there's not much of a story, right, you guys? So again, they're trying to do these little hearings here and there, but the big mamacita has not come out yet. And what Sydney's saying is there's so much evidence, it's shooting through a fire hose. You remember when she said that?
Yeah. Right. So she's looking for the number one thing to use that's a slam dunk that's going to stick. You don't want something that sticks for a second and falls off. You don't want that.
Right. And remember, we're so used to a transparent Trump administration. He came out, he would say everything, even though maybe he should have held it back a little longer. They even warned him when it came to the ACB hearings to keep his Twitter mouth shut because they didn't want him to jeopardize that hearing. He always is constantly having meetings, press briefings. And that's a lot of transparency, which I think is a downfall. I don't think he should have been as transparent. I think that kind of got him in trouble once in a while. And I think finally the lawyers are saying, look, we're not having transparency here. The media gets a hold of it, they run with it, and then they try to, make it less important, I guess you could say. And they're staying mum on this. Sydney is, Rudy is, and I think it's the right thing to do. I don't think we need to know yet. I think that this should go to the courts behind closed doors, and when they have an answer and a ruling, then that's when we find out. I don't want the media to put a spin on this.
Right. Let me circle back to Parler and Cloud Hub, but before we leave, this happened on yesterday.
More and more into their own echo chambers, more and more into their own bubbles, especially Trump voters. There's this new social media app called Parler getting a lot of attention because conservatives are saying they're leaving Twitter and Facebook, going off to Parler because they believe Parler is a safer space for them. What we're seeing is even more of a bunker mentality in right-wing media, and ultimately that's not good for the country.
No, it's not good. It's a threat to democracy that these people are in echo chambers and they're getting fed a diet of lies, essentially. Brian Stelter.
That's what it is. Thanks.
Yep. Brian Stelter, thank you so much. Well, a coronavirus vaccine could be on the verge of becoming reality.
It's a threat to our democracy.
Like they aren't feeding us lies.
What are you guys doing? Why are you going over to Parler? What is the deal here? Why do we have this going on like this? And Cloud Hub and Parler. Oh my goodness, our democracy is a fail.
I like it. You
talk about somebody who ingests too much soy on a daily basis.
Good point, Tori Green. She says, now you know why CNN is up for sale. Yeah, it is. Great point, Tori. And it's because they've received a lot of backlash for their unfair media coverage.
Baby Brian Stelter is got to be one of the worst, or the best, if you will, however you look at it, propagandist on that outlet. Him, Don Lemonhead, and the rest of them, it's just rhetoric after another, just trying to get people excited about something that just isn't true.
I'll be honest with you. The mainstream media is collapsing. I mean, you can see it. People are standing up against it. They're not watching. Ratings are falling. They're trying to sell. CNN's now trying to be sold. I mean, this is by AT&T. This is the end of the media. You're seeing the beginning of the end when it comes to mainstream media. And you know what? It's about damn time.
Yeah, it is. It is. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back tomorrow at noon. I just wanted to make sure that y'all got that information about Cloud Hub and Parler.
Yeah.
You can catch us over there. Again, our names are at the bottom. Follow us there.
At Wayne Dupree Show, at Leah Bella, at Brian Smith.
Right. Well, at Brian on Parler, at Smith on Cloud Hub. Yeah.
Didn't get that there.
Sorry. I think that was reversed. Either way.
No.
Is that it?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Why in the world would you do that? But whatever.
Why not? Smith?
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait.
SMYTH? No? I'm the only one over there like that.
Tomorrow, let's talk about this, and usually we open up the phone lines on Thursday. Let's open up the phone lines tomorrow.
Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, let's open up the phone lines tomorrow.
Yeah.
To see who's going to accept.
I will never accept Joe Biden as president. I mean, if that's your question, that's my answer. I just don't believe that he's right for our country.
You think Donald Trump has won?
Absolutely, I do. I mean, for me to believe that Joe Biden got 78 million votes, got the most votes of any president ever in the history of voting, I find that very hard to believe.